Hey girl, welcome to On My Mark, your weekly transformational podcast designed to motivate, empower, and inspire to aspire. Yes, in that order. I am your host, Ravimbo C, and I'm a speaker by passion, philanthropist by purpose, and a Zimbabwean by tradition. I want to let you in on a little secret. This isn't your typical motivational podcast. This right here is transformational. So join me every Tuesday for your weekly dosage of inspiration. Hey girl, hey guys, welcome to episode number 9 of On My Mark. It is time for our weekly dosage of inspiration. Yes. So, can I be honest? I really enjoyed last week's episode. I listened to it on Thursday morning, right, on my way to work, and I really took everything in. And I can definitely say that there's areas in my life that I can be more self-disciplined in. And one thing that comes straight to the top of my head is my commitment to fitness and working out. Yeah, see, I love working out. I love going to the gym, but I definitely have, relapsed a little bit, and I need to exercise more self-discipline in that area of my life. So yes. Last week's episode was the one. You know what? Sometimes when people comment about the episode before I've listened to it, I'm always like, wait for me, guys. I haven't listened yet. And they're always like, but how? You recorded the episode, so how is that possible? And I'm always like, well, because when I'm recording and doing the production side, I'm listening as a producer, so my mind is focused on the sound, the volume, the clarity, just the production side of it. But I never listen to the podcast then. I only listen to it after as a listener, as you guys do, so that I can, take the message in. So yeah, self-discipline, boy, did I take that in. So as I said in the intro video, that this decision to be self-disciplined, right? That's like major move number 1. But now we're going to move on to major move number 2, which is staying consistent with it. Consistency. So what is consistency and why is it important to be consistent? Now, consistency can be defined as the quality of always behaving or performing in a similar way, or of always happening in a particular way. They say that success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Persistence will get you there. Consistency will keep you there. See, consistency is what defines your character, because what you do every day is what shapes who you are. If this isn't the truth, then boy, I don't know what is. Have you heard the saying, you are what you repeatedly do? It's true, because your actions right now, right, in your life are shaping your future. Whether you realize it or not, that is what is happening. So it is very important for you to be intentional about your actions and your decisions. If you're persistent, you will get it. And if you're consistent, you will keep it. If you want to be taken seriously, you have to be consistent. Funny story, when I first started the podcast, right, there were a few people that never really took it seriously or paid much attention to it, for whatever reason. But someone actually said to me, they thought, it was just one of those in the moment things, like, oh, here she goes again type of thing. But now that we're in season 2, episode 9, their tone has changed, and now it's like, oh wow, it's the consistency for me. Your consistency is admirable. And I'm like, thank you. So just be consistent in your own mark, and people will not only pay attention, but they will take you seriously. Another thing is consistency also creates trust. This is a very valuable attribute, especially when you're dealing with other people. It helps to build relations, because people will have that peace of mind in doing business with you or bringing you into their circle. So it just develops that confidence in others, because you never know who's watching. And I'm a huge advocate for this because ever since I stepped out of my comfort zone and decided to show up daily with Own My Mark, so many opportunities have come my way. So many doors have opened up, and I really cannot wait to share some of these things with you guys. But had I not been consistent in my work, I would not have benefited from everything that is now taking place right now. So it's not always what you say, but how you say it. And the best how is what? By your actions. That's what I say. I have learned that people will gravitate to you for different reasons. So stay consistent and results will come, especially if you're running a business or you're looking to get into business, or even you're employed somewhere. Just stay consistent. But when we're talking about consistency, let's just not focus on like the business side or your line of work, but also consistency in your self-care, your well-being, consistency in what you're feeding yourself with, not just food, but your spirit, man. Like, be consistent in looking after you first, in being kind to yourself, in developing habits that build you up as a person. It's like working out. If you want to see results, you have to be consistent. So as promised, today I'm sharing 4 tips that can help you stay consistent. Are we ready? Tip number 1. Make a conscious decision to remain consistent. Say out loud to yourself, I am committed to remaining consistent each day in my goal. I am doing this. You have to make a conscious decision and be seriously intentional about being consistent. Whether it's a workout regime or it's studying or something to do with your business or your well-being, whatever it may be, it is important to make a conscious decision because some of these things just don't happen. I literally have a board in my bedroom, a whiteboard in my bedroom with my monthly plan and routines. Now, this helps me stay consistent because just looking at it daily keeps me focused and motivated to prove to myself that I can do this. So maybe try creating a visual reminder to help you being consistent if that works. This also works great if you have a plan. It is important that you have a plan so you know where to direct your actions, thoughts, your efforts, and your time. It must be a plan that you want though, because it has to be in line with your values and your heart's desires. I feel like we should have a note to self here, right? Note to self, write this down. Hold on. Oh, just ripped the paper off my notepad. That's just great. Right, note to self. Write this down. The more invested I am in my plan, the more I will remain committed, the higher my chances of success are. Right. Now, here's something. Starting your morning right has to be part of your daily plan. The way you start your day can make or break the rest of your day. So it is important that you have a morning routine that sets you up for a healthy, focused, and productive day. Now, the morning is the most important part of the day. The way you treat it and the way you set it up are very important in determining if the day is going to go really good or, well, not so good. We won't say bad, but not so good. There's something that the late Zig Ziglar taught me, and if you don't listen to anything else in this episode, listen to this. He said, wake up to an opportunity clock. So think about your alarm right now. When it goes off, when your alarm goes off, what does that mean? Is that how you want to start your day, with a feeling of alarm? You see, this small mental reframe can make a huge difference in how you feel about your morning. So from this day forward, right, every time that your alarm goes off, call it an opportunity clock and wake up to the amazing day in front of you. Stop snoozing your opportunities. It is an opportunity to live your best life. So let's start getting excited about our opportunity or clock. Tip number 2, revise the concept of time. Revise your concept of time. The only time you have is right now. Later on, next week, next month, next year is only a concept or a thought in your mind. Tomorrow is not here. Next week, next month, next year is not here. Right now is here. The point of power is always in the present moment. So practice the power of the present moment. I am disciplined in this moment. Be in the now. So you got to be consistent even when you don't feel like it, because you often be grateful and happy that you push through the momentary discomfort, right? Number 3, remember that feelings and thoughts are temporary and subjective. Any negative feeling or thought that could get in your way when you're trying to be consistent is temporary. Let's be real. You're not going to feel 100% motivated to do every day. Remember that self-discipline involves enduring short-term discomfort in order for you to enjoy that long-term success. But the truth is that at the moment when you're in a bad mood or you're feeling down, that feeling feels very, very powerful, right? But eventually it fades, and sometimes a few hours or the following day you start to feel a little bit better. See, in moments like these, it's critical that you push through that discomfort and just do it. Execute, do the workout, eat the healthier option, or make the time. Remind yourself of your reason why. Everyone should know their reason why. Number 4, that's the last tip of the day, right? Number 4, focus. Stay focused. There's an acronym for focus which says follow one course until what? Success. Yes. At times, it takes a while to build up momentum and form reputable habits in your life, but don't give up. Stay focused and be consistent. Every little step, every progress you make is growth, no matter how big or how small. But here's something interesting. There's a quote by Dwayne Johnson that says, wake up determined and go to bed satisfied. But if you're still unsatisfied despite being consistent day after day after day, then try being consistent at something else. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is what? Insanity. Albert Einstein says that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting what? A different result. But this is not to say that you should give up or give in easily. It just means that we should be consistent by doing the same thing over and over while improving upon it. Keyword, improving upon it. That's where you break the insanity, I guess, by altering and improving, but what? Still staying on course. And if you find yourself making excuses, I've got 3 words for you. Do it anyway. No matter what, yeah? You gotta trust that you can and will stay consistent. Be patient, one moment at a time. You are an amazing person with valuable gifts and so much to offer in this world. But first, master the gift of giving the best to yourself through being consistent with your own heart's desires. Once you stay consistent with yourself, everything else will fall into place. So before you sleep tonight, make sure you go to bed, you rest and get enough sleep. And if you can't do that tonight, maybe because you're working, then when you do finally go to bed and rest, remember to set your opportunity clock and wake up to the amazing day in front of you. Join us again next week as we continue to transform and win. Be sure to subscribe on our website onmymark.co for weekly exclusives and giveaways. Until next time, on my mark, get set, let's go.